Good morning, all of you. In last lecture, we discussed about these different different terms as a theory of demand, this price and quantity. These terms we discussed in last lecture. So this uh, the- in this graph, we plot this graph by considering prices and quantity. By considering prices and quantity, and that point we get, and that line passes through this point is nothing but a demand line. Is nothing but a demand line. So this demand line, in this demand line, that prices P2, P1, and P3, and quantity is nothing but a Q1, Q2, Q3. For price P1, there is quantity Q1. For price P2, there is quantity Q2. And for price P3, there is quantity Q3. So as that price changes from P1 to P2 or P1 to P3, the quantity related to this price are changes as a Q1 to Q3 and Q1 to Q2, like that. So this is a demand curve. This is demand curve which is based on the price and quantity. So this demand curve may be shifted toward the right or toward the left, according to the according to changing income of that consumer, or maybe changing price of that substitutes, There are different factors due to which these demand curves are shifted toward the right or toward the left. So these demand curves may be shifted toward the right and toward the left, may generally due to the income and due to the price changing of the substitute product. So this demand may be changing toward the right or may be changing toward the left, and accordingly that quantity changes. From Q1 to Q2 and Q1 to Q3. So determinants of that particular demand. Are the nothing but a taste and fashion. So advertising changes. Advertising changes the taste and preference, and shift that demand curve outward. Similarly, so ice cream advertising in hot weather. Change taste, change the taste of that particular consumers. Which is used, So taste and fashion contribute changing the demand curve toward the left or toward the right. Again, one more determinant is the population. So group of population change the curve outward, or inward. So if suppose particular age people are more in that population, in that age population may shift this demand curve toward the out or toward the inward. Again, third one is income. As income increases or income decreases, ability of that particular consumer to buy that product is changing. And so that it change the demand curve outward or inward. Again, price of substitution. Price of that substitution. This replacement, this price of substitution as price of that substitute product may increase or may decrease, which the demand curve outward or inward. And third, last one, the expectation of the future prices. If the price of that particular product changes, price of the particular product changes in future, changes in future, it increases demand for that product for a few days, as the petrol prices increases from if suppose it increases from tomorrow, then there is a sudden increase uh, increase to purchase that petrol today. So for future increase in that price, it changes the demand for a particular product for a short period of time. So these determinants are affect this demand curve toward the affect this demand curve or shift this demand curve toward the right or toward the left. So this demand is a function of this parameters. Function of parameters of P, function of parameter Y, function of parameter T, function of parameter P, and function of parameter A. So these are nothing but this Pn represent price, this Pn represent price, Y represent income, T represent taste. Again this P represent age factor, age or population factor, and E represent that price in the future. E represent price in the future. So these parameters affect this demand curve. D. Affect this demand curve is represented by D. These are the determinants by which these determinant the demand changes. The demand changes the demand curve toward the left or toward the right. So one more term we introduce here as the elasticity of demand. One more term we introduce as the elasticity of demand. It shows variation. It shows variation in demand with respect to price and income. Variation in demand with respect to price and with respect to the income. So elasticity of the demand is nothing but the variation in demand with respect to price and income. With respect to price and income is nothing but the elasticity of the demand. Is nothing but that elasticity of demand. So price elasticity of the demand. So first we consider the elasticity of demand based on the price. And then we can go toward the elasticity of demand based on the income. Price elasticity of demand. So this price elasticity of demand we can define as a percentage change in quantity demand. Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Price elasticity of demand we can define as a percentage change in quantity of the demand divided by percentage change in price. This ratio of percentage change to demand to the price, is called the price elasticity of that particular demand. This price elasticity of demand we can calculate by considering average of new price and original price. So in that case we consider average of quantity and average of price for new and for original, for new price and for new product and for original product. So P2 is the new price, P1 is the original price, Q2 is the new quantity corresponding to new price P2, Q1 is the original quantity corresponding to previous price P1. So we can find this elasticity of demand, price elasticity of demand by considering average, Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q1 plus Q2 divided by Q2 minus P1 divided by Q2 plus P1 by 2. So this is called the midpoint price elasticity of demand. Here we consider average. Of particular price and average of that particular quantity. So this variation in price elasticity of demand may be elastic, may be perfectly elastic, may be unit elastic, inelastic, or perfectly inelastic. So these that demand price elasticity of demand may be we can consider as elastic, maybe inelastic, or maybe unit elastic. So elastic demand change in this quantity change in this quantity demanded due to change in price is very large. In elastic demand, change in quantity demanded due to change. It consider change in quantity demanded due to change in price is very large. If suppose price vary, the change in quantity demanded are vary in very large quantity or in very large manner. So it is called as elastic demand. So in inelastic demand, change in quantity demanded due to change in price is small. So suppose price increases, but that demanding quantity are not changing so much. Due to that price changes. This is called as inelastic demand. So this price elasticity demand we can again consider as a elastic, inelastic, or unit elastic demand. Elastic demand is a demand of product. Is changing. Demand of product is changing as per the price change. And that variation is very large in elastic demand. Suppose here that price changing from P1 to P2. That quantity demanded are changes. From Q1 to Q2, and that change in demand quantity is large. From Q1 to Q2. So this curve is a flat curve. Flat curve that we observed in elastic demand curve, which a very small change in price is affect that particular demand quantity very large. So from price changing from P1 to P2, the demand quantity are changing from Q1 to Q2, and that change in demand quantity are very large. This is called the elastic demand curve. And vice versa. This is called the elastic demand curve. If that price reduces from P2 to P1, the demand quantity are changes from Q1 to P2. So this is elastic demand curve. In inelastic demand curve or in perfectly elastic, and now we can shift to the perfectly elastic curve. The quantity demanded changes infinitely. With a very small change in the price. Quantity demand changes infinitely with very small change in the price. So this will be observed like this. So if the price changes slightly above this price P, the demand quantity are zero. Such graph or such pattern is called as a perfectly elastic demand. So these are the different demand curves in different elasticity of demand, curve we can observe here. Now another one is the unit elastic. Here elasticity demand E or coefficient of elasticity demand is we can consider as a 1. Here we can consider as 1. So any changes in price